Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Danielle. This is Made on the Cape here on YouTube and on Instagram, and this is my weekly Flosstube update. Today is May 13th, 2023. Happy Mother's Day. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you. I didn't get to film last week. I ended up feeling really ill and I couldn't do it. I was in bed all day with a sore stomach and just didn't make it. So because of that, we have lots of projects to go through. I got some new starts for Maynia, and let's get rolling. I do have a different background today. I'm filming at a different time than I normally do, so the sun is really bright over where I normally sit, and this is just the same room, just turned around. Normally I'm staring at what you're staring at now. Excuse all of the missing trim and stuff. We're under construction. So first is my cruise ship Remembrance piece. This is my morning coffee stitch. I stitched this in the morning before work, and I will show you a photo of what it looked like last time you saw it. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Lugana in Willow by Color and Cotton. And here's where it is now. I got 2 more ships stitched in since you've seen it last. So we've got the Norwegian Escape here in 2018, and that ship is significant because it was our first non-Caribbean cruise. We flew into Spain and Barcelona, and we cruised the Mediterranean. We did Italy, France, Spain, Monaco. Yeah, just a whole bunch of different stops in Italy. It was amazing. I wish we had done a longer cruise, but we only did a 7-day, but we did a lot while we did that. And then it was the Symphony of the Seas in 2019 at Royal Caribbean, back to the Caribbean. So I stitched this 2/2, except the wording is 1/1 full cross. And we've sailed on 17 ships so far, which means I have 2 left to be caught up, and then this will come out of my active whips and will go away and be pulled out every time we cruise. I'll take it on the cruise with us. Light at the end of the tunnel. So that was my cruise ships. The next piece is my lunchtime stitch. It is Snowflake Serenade by Cottage Needleworks. I'll show you what it looked like 2 weeks ago. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Lugana in Bare Copper by Color and Cotton. And here it is now. I am so close to being done. All I have to do left is the white in the very bottom here. There's 4 snowflakes and 2 doves. And then this one is done. Very exciting. So now for the rest of the pieces, I'm not sure the order in which they were stitched. I have a guesstimate as to how long I've stitched on each, but so these are in no particular order from here on out. The first thing I have to show is a new start. It is Elizabeth by Mirabilia, Nora Corbett. I stitched this, or I am stitching this, on a 32 count Lugana in Kiwi by Color and Cotton. Now I stitched on her for 2 days. However, I didn't get too much done. And that is it. And I don't remember quite why. But this one is going to take this entire piece. She's a big girl. 212 by 277. But I got a start at least. Just a small start. But I love this fabric. It's nice and bright. I think it will go really well. I was a little nervous with the colors, but I think it'll go very nicely with the pinks and black. So I'm sticking with it. So the next one I have to show you is the Boston Sports Mashup by Teren Stitching. I'll show you a photo of what it will look like when it's done, and a photo of what it looked like last time you saw it. And here it is now. So I woke up bright and early last Saturday morning to watch the coronation. I was up at 2 a.m. and I do know this is one of the projects I was stitching on as I was watching. I got a bunch of the black outlining in. Just coming along. I was stitching on a couple different projects during the coronation. It was an early morning, but it seems like, almost a once in a lifetime, opportunity to watch, so I had to. This is another project that I was working on during that time. This is Super Mario by Choco Coco Stitch on Etsy. Put in a photo of what it will look like when it's done. And what it looked like last time you saw it. And here's where it is now. So for this past stitching time, I got in all that light brown in the dirt and just a little bit of the dark brown. The rest will be filled in with that darker brown for the dirt. Still love this piece. Super fun. Okay, let's see what we have next. Next is Oh My Stars by Calico Confectionery. I'll put in a photo of what it will look like when it's done. I'm stitching this on a 14 count Ada in Parchment by Zweigart. I'll also put a photo of what it looked like last time you saw it. And here's where it is now. Oh, lighting is awful. I got some more of the white in. This piece is a lot more stitching in it than it looks. Very dense stitching. I think when I stitched on it, I got like 400 stitches in, and you can hardly tell. So there's that one. I was kind of hoping that I was going to be able to get this done for this year's county fair. I don't think so. Not with how slow it's taken me to get through it. Next year. So next is another new start. It's Miss Christmas Eve by Nora Corbett and Mirabilia. And I started stitching this on a 32 count Lugana in Old West by Color and Cotton. And here's where she is now. This also 2 days worth of work. This right here is her headdress. The green right there. And her hair. And her face will go right here. This is her necklace. So a couple weeks ago I had said that I was thinking about doing 3 days for each of the new starts for Mirabilia May. And I decided that it was too much. The first day you'll see one project that I did 3 days, and you'll see that it's just about the same amount of progress as one of these 2-day ones. So I would start it the first day and be like, I've got 3 days, it's no problem, I can just do a couple stitches today, it's fine. And I feel like I was wasting a day. So I cut back the others all down to 2-day starts. And it allows me to get through more projects that way as well. So the next one is Halloween Calendar by Tiny Modernist. I'll show you a photo of what it's supposed to look like when it's done and what it looked like last time you saw it. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Lugana in King's Blue by Color and Cotton. And here's where it is now. I started stitching on the numbered blocks. So I got the black cat all stitched in, the navy blue cat. I got the number 2, and I got started on the candy corn. I stitched this basically the whole first night, and I think I even did the number 2 and the whites of the candy corns now that I'm remembering. The second night that I was supposed to work on this, I ended up last minute going out to dinner with some co-workers that were visiting from the other side of the state. And by the time we got home pretty late, I was exhausted because I had also worked that day. So I had only stitched in this orange. I didn't even finish this one color orange in the third candy corn. And I couldn't do any more. It's coming out cute. Looking good. I realized the first night I was stitching on this that the tops of these candy corns, they're stitched in ecru. And I had it wrong when I imported it into Pattern Keeper. I had to input the colors, and thank God it was candy corn, because I pulled a green. I was like, there's no way that the tops of these candy corns are green. There's no green in candy corn. So I rechecked my chart and realized my mistake, so I was able to fix it. But if it had been a different block that I didn't realize what the color was supposed to be, I could have been stitching for quite a while with the wrong color. So that was lucky. So I rechecked all my colors just to be sure. That was the only one that I had messed up on. Luckily. So that's Halloween calendar. I have a couple more to go. So Friday night I worked on my Heaven and Earth design, Mini Curl Up with a Good Book by Randall Spangler. I'll put up a photo of what it's supposed to look like when it's done and what it looked like last time you saw it. I'm stitching this on a 28 count even weave in white. And here's where it is now. I got the wine carafe completely stitched. Hallelujah. Finally. Any of the empty spots you'll see belong to the dragon. So I don't know what I'll concentrate on next. Maybe this green book, because I have the curtain, this green book, the orange book, the wine carafe, and I believe the purple book. I believe so. There's two little tiny stitches right here, and I don't know if those belong to the wine glass or the purple book, but besides that, this is done. So this would be the next one to work on. Kind of like getting a motif done on these. I was working on, you know, the topmost stitch and then stitching through, because I am a semi-cross country stitcher. But I love how I can really see the dragon's face now. Before it was not quite visible, but you can really see where his little nostrils are and his eyes. So cute. I love this piece. He has a little chocolate chip cookie holding in this hand right here. And there's a plate of chocolate bars and cookies here. There's a pillow here. You can really start to see what's going on. Love it. You know, just a couple hundred stitches here and there. They make a difference. They make a difference. And the last one I have to show you is the last new start of the last 2 weeks, which is Eva by Nora Corbett, part of the Bewitching Pixies series. I have a number of these already done and a number of them left to go. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count Lugana in Serenade by Color and Cotton. Yep. This is the way it goes. This is the one that I did 3 days on. And you can see that I've got just pretty close to the same amount of work done as the other starts. So you can see this little bump right here, that's her bum. So you get a visual as to where I am in the pattern. Lots and lots of black stitch the last couple weeks. So I had the skein out. Might as well just keep going with it. And it's usually good to get the, you know, the skeleton of whatever you're stitching in so that you can count off of all the dark parts in the patterns. But there's a bunch of beads on this one, so it'll be fun to get around to doing that. All these little wispy bits, those are all beads. And in the broom, in the end of her wispy hairs. So it doesn't seem like a whole lot of beads, but I have a feeling once I get into it, there'll be plenty. There'll be plenty to do. So I think I have a couple more new starts to get through for my Mirabilia Maynia, whatever you want to call it. Other than that, the last couple days I've been working on a secret stitch that you guys will see hopefully next week. I'd like to keep it a secret until then. I'll do a little video snip of it when I have it finished so that I'll be able to show you next week. But those are my plans for now. More new starts, finish the secret stitch, hopefully finish Snowflake Serenade this week. And yeah, that's about it. So until next week, happy stitching.